I am sorry I'm not here today, but I do want to teach you our writing lesson for this afternoon that you're going to be setting some goals and making sure that you have all parts of your thesis. You should have underlined and highlighted and added information in there when you did your thesis surgery. So now you're going to go through and you're going to look at this grade 5 list right here. You're going to get a packet that has these checklists in them. And you're going to click on here that yes, you have this, you've been starting to do this, or not yet. The goal is that you should have all yeses by the time you publish your paper in all of these areas. So I just want to go over them really quickly. Do you have your big idea is the first one. Do you have your introduction, which is what we were working on? We were highlighting, we hadn't started yet. You're going to be doing that. Do you have precise words? Those are those thinking deeper prompts and words that back up your thinking. Do you have some of those thinker deeper prompts that also transition or connect your evidence? Like, this also shows that. Here are some evidence, another example, and these two kind of go together right here, that you follow up your thinking with phrases like another reason, the most important reason, consequently, and because of. We don't want just you to use, here's an example, here's an example, here's some evidence, because you can see that this is the 4th grade way of doing it. We are going into the 5th grade way of writing. So we want it to be a little bit more sophisticated and a little bit more smart sounding, okay? So these are all about your word usage, and you can even use some of these words that are here. So maybe you check that you're starting to, because you go back in and you change some of your words. Did you work on a conclusion that connects back to your introduction paragraph? Remember how we talked about it should restate your reasons. Did you group your reasons like from first, second, third, and fourth? Did you give reasons that support your opinion of why you think that person is brave? Did you give evidence, micro stories, quotes, information? Did you unpack the evidence in a way that it goes with the claim you make? And then these are all your craft choices, because you're an author today, boys and girls. So did you make good word choices? Did you have images that convey your ideas or metaphors or phrases? Did you use your choices of evidence to angle your story? Remember, we talked about that, angling our story to make people see only the evidence that supports what you're thinking. Did you set the tone as sounding, it says scholarly voice? That means smart voice. You show that you are educated and you have learned. So did you have a smart voice? Do you sound like Mrs. Bredsman's taught you anything? Did you use what you knew about word patterns to spell words correctly? This is the conventions. This is like your grammar, spelling, and punctuation. So yes, your final copy will be graded on that. Did you check your spelling? Go back through and kind of check your handwritten spelling. Circle words that you might think are spelled wrong. And maybe that you go back, and I'm starting on this like as I start to type, I will be checking. Did you use commas to set off your introductory sentences? So, for instance, when you include those thinking deeper prompts, did you put a comma after them? Or did you put quotation marks around those things that you need to have quotation marks around? You use a variety of punctuation to fix any run-on sentences. And this is the quotation marks again right here. You can use quotation marks to cite your sources. So if you use a micro story, quotation marks. If you use something somebody said or thought, quotation marks. Okay? If you write the title of a book, underline it. So if you haven't done that, you're going to click right here. And then at the very end, you are going to start setting goals. What is your goal as you start to publish this book of what you need to finish? And so I want you to write that on the homework sheet of your paper. And then you're to also take home your paper this evening and read it to at least one family member and have them tell you their opinion of what your paper sounds like. Does it support your ideas and any ideas they have to help you do better? All right, well, good luck. And when you finish, you may work on your free write paper and have a good afternoon.